sometimes I feel bad and wrong for not feeling bad.
Very well said. I think a lot of people can relate to that. So part of you has like a belief that I should feel bad. So let's dive into that a little bit. So explain that a little bit more.
So if I talk to, say, for example, a family member, my family has a lot of stuff going on in New Jersey, COVID,
Yeah.
protesting, all of that.
Yeah.
And when I talk to them, they feel very low, very down here, scared, bad, just not where I am. I'm here. And I don't feel bad. And I also feel bad that I don't feel like that. You know, like, well, I'm just going to stay up here.
Yeah. What comes to mind is something that Abraham Hicks says, which is you can't help a poor person by being poor, right?
Mm.
So, the best way we can help those people who are struggling emotionally, whether it be, depression or contrast or whatever it is that they're going through that weighs them down, by us lowering our vibe and stepping out of our alignment and playing the poor you game, that doesn't serve us because that pulls us out of our alignment. And, I don't think it serves them. So, for me, my goal is to empower people. It's to teach people to be happy. It's to get them to play that fucking happy game where they're learning to take their power back over circumstances and not allow circumstances to dictate their emotional state. And if we want others to be able to learn that for themselves and apply that for themselves and be happy for themselves, then we can't become their crutch to their happiness. So if growing up, my kids are dependent on me to be happy and me satisfying them and pleasing them to be happy all the time, well, what's going to happen when I'm not around anymore? Right?
Right.
So would you agree that they have the ability to practice the same mindset work that you practice, that you use to feel good?
I do agree that they have that.
Yeah. So somebody can choose to be an angry person if they want. They have that freedom. Somebody can choose to be a sad person if they want. They have that freedom. But I think everybody has the freedom to choose to work on their mindset, to do a morning practice, to focus on what feels good. And by allowing them to see you do those things and feel good, then I think over time, maybe it's going to inspire them to do the same thing. But I don't think there's any reason for you to feel guilty for them not choosing to make being on a high flying disc a priority. Would that make sense?
It does. And then I guess that also brings up this now that, so my sister, for example, I feel that when I'm here and I talk to her and she's down here and I just keep staying here, she's just she gets to the point where she's like, I don't even want to call Danielle. I don't even want to talk to her because she just talks about all this stuff up here and no.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah, because that vibrational gap creates a discomfort for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
For her to feel your level of joy and your level of happiness, and it's not you specifically that's creating the discomfort, it's her own perspectives. It's her own beliefs of, oh, I can't get there, which is completely false. It's her own beliefs, maybe, oh, she's got it lucky and I don't, right? So it's never you, the person, that triggers somebody else into a certain emotional state. It's their own belief systems that trigger them into those states.
Okay. So it's not me making her uncomfortable being there. It's that gap that she feels.
It's the perspectives that come to the surface that she's practicing that might become more apparent when she's around somebody like you who might be really happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's not you per se, it's her perspectives, it's her mindset that gets triggered when she's around somebody that's really happy.
Okay. That makes sense. I always thought it was more like, oh, that's annoying that she's happy like that.
Yeah, and the reason she gets triggered is maybe she's got a belief that she's not good enough, maybe that she's a victim to her circumstances. So, you can't know what somebody's practicing in their mindset.
Mhm.
However, she has the opportunity, just like anybody else, to work through the beliefs and perspectives she's practicing and to work through that trigger. It's like the call we did on the collective where we talked about, what to do when somebody else lowers your vibe, right?
Mhm.
And the answer is number one, you can go live in a cave. Option number two is change everybody around you so that they're the person you want them to be so that they don't trigger you. And I don't know if
Mhm.
number one or number two is easier, but they're both not very realistic. And then
Right.
option number three is explore your own perspectives, your own mindset, what it is you have going on that that person is triggering in you. And by working on that for yourself, you can get to a place where that person is no longer a trigger.